Dude, what's up with the idiot's health? Dude, did you see Trump? Look at this photo, dude. What the fuck is this, bro? Like, look at this shit. This was him today at the golf club. Dude, he just looks like shit, bro. Right? Dude, clots and prayers. He looks horrible. Now, guys, I want to go back here for a second, okay? Because remember the Mom Donnie shit? You remember Trump and Mom Donnie? Like when he wore the turtleneck and everybody was lambasting him back in this, right? Remember this? Oh, Trump with his turtleneck sort of thing. And we were all making fun of him dressing like Mom Donnie and all that, whatever. Everyone's like, oh, he looks good. But like, we never really talked about this, guys. But look at this setup. He's not actually wearing a turtleneck. Okay? He's wearing like neck robes over him. I think he has been having some kind of medical procedure here, guys. Okay? I think this was medical related. Like them covering up some shit. I don't know if he had a tube in him or something, but that change of jacket and that sort of neck roby thing, I think this was a health thing, guys. You know, he's got some deep medical issues. I mean, he's having some significant issues. Now, guys, let's look at his recent presser. Okay, I want to show you the recent presser. Okay, the one where he said, "Are you stupid?" Right? Let's just look at this. Here, watch this though. Now we notice, guys. Okay, one of the things we have noticed is how he's always seated. Okay, he's always seated in his Oval Office. Everyone's standing around. He's always seated. He had to do a virtual appearance for Tennessee for Matt Van Epstein, right? The fucking pedo protector who's running against Afton Bin. Him and Mike Johnson did a teleconference because he can't travel and he's always seated. But watch his hands, guys. He is very sort of emaciated and shit, but watch his hands. Notice how he's keeping his hands down, guys. You notice that? He's talking less with his hands. Look at it. He's got the crazy caked makeup, but look at how swollen his fucking wrist is. Look at that shit, bro. Right? He's keeping them hidden. If you look at his hands, he mostly keeps them hidden. But when you see his fucking arms, especially his right one, dude, they look so shitty. Watch. Eventually, he puts them on the table and you can see them. But the swelling, the edema in his hands is gnarly. But he is absolutely mostly keeping shit hidden, right? Even the way he's holding his hands, he's keeping his hands down he's operating very specifically in order to keep the nature of his condition hidden. Now watch, there is a section where he gets a little frustrated and he puts his hands out on the table. Oh yeah, here it is. But like, look at that. Look at how swollen his fucking hand is here, guys. And of course he covers it up with this hand. But he is not well, guys. His fucking hands are very swollen. Look at that. Dude, there's like no turn-in whatsoever. There's no like wrist end. The edema is crazy. And it's super swollen on the bottom too. That's on the outside over here. You know what I'm saying? That is like super swollen and then completely flat to the top, dude. A hand normally does not look like that. And then he's always covering up where he's got the makeup. And he's constantly covering it up. But one of the things that I thought was really interesting about this, guys, is how deliberate he's being. When you see him, he's very deliberately covering his body and very deliberately keeping his hands either covered like that in a very distinct non-moving position, or he keeps his hands down below the table. He only brought them up. This is a 45-minute press conference, and he only brought up his hands 3 times in 45 minutes. The entire rest of the time it's down there, and even when he's on the table, he had it so his wrists were down. So he's being very careful to like not show his fucking hands. And so something is, you know, if you look at it, it's ragged right there, dude. Just ragged. And of course, he looks like hell, bro. And the dementia, though, my God, dude, I've not seen anyone as brain dead. Dude, he's thinking of Bubba. He could be thinking of Bubba, dude. Dude, he just looks like shit, bro. And he's always wearing his stupid hats. He's so slovenly, dude. I mean, if you look at him, bro, he just doesn't look good. I'm telling you. Dude, he is not looking good. I mean, we saw the images of when he was stroked out.
A patriot.
And we saw that fake, like, AI fucking video or whatever. But, like, bro, here's some footage of him, like, golfing. Like, look at this shit. This is recent, okay? You see the legs? The bowing legs? I mean, there are just signs here.
Let's take a look at the way a person with dementia and or a history of stroke gets out of this golf cart.
I mean, you see his legs? It's the legs right there, dude. There's like it's like these small, you know, like loss of motor control. Because if I don't know if you guys are familiar with people when they have these little strokes and they come in waves, right? And you'll get hit. And then you'll get a certain amount of palsy and you'll lose some mobility and shit. And then they'll keep them hidden for a couple of days while that heals. And we've seen the sag and the, you know, the after effects of these strokes. But it's this movement here, guys, that shows you that he has lost motor function and he still is sort of, you know, grappling with getting his motor function back. Because that's the thing, guys. When you have these miniature strokes or you have these sort of repetitive strokes, what'll happen is you get these little ones, you may get multiple strokes at once, and there can be sort of a catatonia and a little bit of palsy going on, or you lose motor functions, but then you like start getting it back. It's like a wave of like stroke and recovery. But then there's like lingering signs of like balance or loss of motor function with the bowing of the legs and some of the, you know, the dragging of a foot or the rubber leg kind of thing. When the leg gets, you know, moved a certain way, it gets floppy. And that shit is just some telltale signs. They get additive. Like what I've seen, I think, with people with strokes, where what's going to happen is eventually it's going to hit and all the shit is just going to go. Right? It's like real additive where it seems like you're getting it back. It seems like you get your fucking zeal back or your movement back. And then one day it hits you and the whole shit, the dam breaks and you're just like down for the fucking count, you know? And I'm sure he's doing some other shit too, right? I'm sure he's, you know, using some Adderall or other uppers.
Experience treating geriatric patients in home health care, just like the President of the United States. Notice how that right leg just flops toward the ground? It's because there's weakness in the hamstring in his right leg as a result of a stroke on the left side of his brain, which would cause weakness on the contralateral side of his body and also affect his language capability. Next thing you see happen is a very abbreviated step with the left leg. The reason that step is so short is because he does not trust his right leg to hold up his body weight effectively. One of the things we analyze as physical therapists regarding gait of a patient is step length. When steps are shortened in length, it's because the contralateral side is being favored. When a patient does not have confidence that one of their legs will hold them up, they will take a shorter step with the contralateral side to shorten what is known as the stance phase.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like, I think that happens just instinctually, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like having a limp and not putting any pressure on the fucking, you know, the twisted ankle.
In normal gait, when you're walking, stance phase is when one of your legs fully supports your body weight just for a moment. But if there is any pathology with that limb, it can shorten the stance phase, it can affect the posture of the rest of your body through the stance phase, and it will give the appearance of somebody limping. This is most likely due to the fact that he's probably had a stroke or a series of TIAs. But it could also be due to general neuromotor decline as a result of frontotemporal dementia.
I mean, he's definitely, if you listen to this motherfucker talk, you know that there's some dementia going on. Like, my God,
his father passed away from dementia. They actually let Fred Trump come into the office for several years before he actually passed away. He had no idea where he was or what was going on, but it was a familiar setting to keep him from becoming combative. This is why he is surrounded by assholes that feed him lies about his approval rating, about the jobs numbers that they're not even going to release, and the price of typical items that you and I buy every day. They're literally lying to him to keep him from becoming agitated. Based on all the symptoms that he displays, which include possible heart failure, kidney disease, I'd say he's got 3 to 5 months left in the land of the living. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yeah, dude, again, there's no way this guy makes it to 2028. There's just no way, dude. There's no way. Like, his fucking dementia is so whacked out. And I mean, look at him here, dude. Look at him fucking going down these stairs. Dude, what's crazy about this is Melania, you may have noticed recently she's like holding his hand. She never holds his hand, guys. She's literally holding his hand to help him walk down these fucking stairs. Okay? She can't stand his ass. She literally fucking hates him. I mean, why wouldn't she? He cheated on her all through her pregnancy and beyond. He's right. She's literally like holding his hand and doing this extra shit just to hold him up. I mean, she doesn't care. She's like, as soon as he's gone, she's got fucking billions to play with. You know what I'm saying? But this whole thing is she's helping him just fucking stay up, right? There's another guy right behind him, making sure he doesn't fall back. He is just decimated. Dude, homie is cooked, bro. Watch his steps, okay? Watch his steps here, guys, where he steps on this right foot. It's like 1 second of right foot the whole time. Watch him. See? And then he's always right back to the left. And of course, we saw that, which was very clear that, you know, with his fucking face, like, dude, so sagged out. But this was one of these instances. This was the 9/11 event. Okay, this was one of these instances where we wouldn't have seen him if this had been any other event. He wouldn't have gone. All right, normally when he's got the sag, the droop, they don't let him out. But he couldn't not go. He literally had to go to the 9/11 event. He had to, right? There's no fucking way he could avoid that. But yeah, man, dude, he is fucking fucked up, boss. Just zonked, bro. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.